Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. We're going to have the Owen Women's Tournament quarterfinal as Alice Windsor, the New Japan Strong Women's Champion, takes on Wild Card. You won't believe who that Wild Card was. We'll talk about it coming up. Also, too, the AEW title is on the line as ROHSH gets a shot against champion MJF. Can ROHSH win the title over MJF? We'll see coming up. But you see on the YouTube, on the title in the description, Kevin Knight, the TNT champion, takes on his former friend Speedball Mike Bailey for the TNT title. We'll get that coming up. Also, too, many people are praising the Undertaker for his work in AAA with that Grande Americano match. Maybe some people saying that he might need to replace Triple H. What's going on with that? We'll talk about it. But the man that could do it is this man right here, Nick Khan, president of the WWE. Had harsh words to say about social media and people's perception of social media pressuring WWE. We get to it all. We get the Pro Wrestling Show right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kid Dix here. Glad you're doing us here on the Pro Wrestling Show for the AEW Ring Report. Join in that conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is care. Tell a friend. Call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing. All right. Let's not waste no time whatsoever. We kick things off here with the first match of the night. You'd think it'd be for, but it's for the AEW title. You see right here. You see right here, MJF defends the AEW title against number one contender ROHSH. ROHSH wants a shot at the belt, and ROHSH getting his shot at the belt, but beforehand, ROHSH gets interrupted by Andrade dressing like he's Superman, like a Mexican Superman, like Mexican Clark Kent or something. Andrade comes out there. Andrade's trying to warn ROHSH. I think they're going to be probably start an alliance or something. You never know. But after all that, ROHSH was ready for his match against MJF. ROHSH versus MJF for the biggest prize in AEW, the AEW World title. ROHSH versus MJF, and MJF and ROHSH go one-on-one. I would rather have ROHSH be the one, but I think ROHSH was a Ring of Honor champion and was good at his day, but MJF better too, but MJF acting like Ric Flair or something. MJF had a hard-fought victory defeating ROHSH and did so. ROHSH didn't expect that from MJF, probably a lot of cheating because I know ROHSH can beat MJF. I know that for a fact. But ROHSH won the match. MJF won his match night with winning by cheating, I believe. MJF cheated to win, retain the AEW title. So I guess you know what they say right there. Cheaters always win, cheaters always prosper, but we'll see down the road. But ROHSH could probably win the title some way down the road. AEW doing Grand Slam Mexico coming August 5th. So MJF might be part of that, and they might want to compete head-to-head with AAA. So we see MJF, Thunder Rosa, a lot of other people. Andrade might get a shot. You never know. We'll see. Well, we get to this right here. Another match just right here. Andrade going against Alex Windsor. Alex Windsor had a long night last week. He won his match. Alex Windsor advances on. But like we said, Alex Windsor went against Andrade. Andrade and Alex Windsor went at each other's backs and stuff. But at the end, it looks like Andrade wins. Andrade advances on. Andrade defeats Alex, what's his name? He defeats him. Andrade saying that he wants to be next in line to become the champion. Andrade might have to do so, but Andrade won his match tonight. Andrade shows that he is dominant. So we see Andrade wins his match and advances on. in the tournament, the Owen tournament. Well, there was a new wrinkle into this situation that Andrade didn't expect. Look like Don Callis has enlisted Kevin Knight, the TNT champion, into the Don Callis. I don't think Kevin Knight don't need to be in the Don Callis family. He can get over by himself. I don't. Went at each other, but tonight wasn't the night. You see right here, Spiel Mike Bailey then ran unsuccessful at the hands of Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight got a new manager in Don Callis. I don't think that's gonna last because he really don't need Don Callis, but we'll see how this is gonna progress. But Kevin Knight won his match tonight. He won his match over and talked about he wants to be Kevin Two Belts and become the AEW champion. I don't even see that being possible. You got to drop. You're already getting with Don Callis. You need to drop that zero to make yourself a hero. And I think that's what Kevin Knight's doing, trying to build up personality. I don't think him being a heel is going to pan out. I think he was being better off as a babyface. That'll work for him, but we'll see how this is going to go. But I don't know. It's kind of like you're kind of rooting for him to be a heel, but he really don't need Don Callis, to be honest with you. He really don't. Well, we get to this right here. The women's Owen Cup quarterfinal. It's Alice wins to win against a wild card. And guess who that wild card was? It was none other than Mercedes Moné, the CEO. CEO. I ain't said that in a while. She's back and she is ready to go. The energy and pandemonium was there. And the CEO did not waste no time whatsoever. She hit that bank statement and made her Alice Windsor tap out. Now you can remember, be close to 10 years, man. Good God, it's been 10 years since she won her first world title. Man, she that rough and grizzled. She is. I mean, she look like she's ready. She's ready to be the women's champion. And she was carrying all those belts, but now she probably needs another belt. She's probably getting an Owen women's belt and perhaps earn herself a future championship match at All In. But Mercedes advances on. Mercedes Moné will meet the winner of the Purple Spawn Suzuki match coming up this Saturday at Collision. But we know Athena's in the tournament, Sky Blue and a host of others. But Mercedes Moné is back. The CEO. She's back. She's back on a mission to become women's champion for AEW. Well, speaking of that, Tommaso Ciampa continued to agitate Chris Jericho. Tommaso Ciampa did the unthinkable when he did the Jericho after he had Jericho won his match last week and then attacked Chris Jericho from behind, leaving Jericho out laying and then mocking Jericho right here. You want to see right here, mock Jericho doing his old school pose he used to do. Jericho didn't expect that, but looked like Tommaso Ciampa saying that he going to be getting into Chris Jericho's head. I think Tommaso Ciampa just need a new rivalry. He's going to do all that. He could have did that with Triple H at WWE. But I guess this is a new fresh rivalry for Tommaso Ciampa coming forward. Well, Mark Briscoe won his match night against Lio Rush. Mark Briscoe pulling the naysayers, but Mark Briscoe wants one thing. Mark Briscoe wants a shot at the AEW champion, and the AEW champion is MJF. Mark Briscoe saying that he demands a championship match against MJF. He wants one now, but saying that the grief of losing his brother, everything else, he wants a shot at the AEW championship, and he'll do whatever it takes to get it. And I think Mark Briscoe might be on that pathway and that journey to do so. But MJF, like his next feud will be with MJF going forward. So we'll see how that's going to play out. Also, too, the AEW Women's Champ, Tekla,
putting her point at Stardom. She wants to take out Stardom one by one. So Tekla saying that she wants to crash down Stan. She wants to crash out Stardom. So we see Tekla doing so with that, but Tekla will be part of that Forbidden Door. So we'll see who she's going to be taking on at Stardom coming up. Well, we get to this right here. We get to we get to this. Will Ospreay won his match. Will Ospreay advances on. Will Ospreay doing what he needed to do and got the victory over Mark Davis. Will Ospreay now Mark Victoria over his former colleague Mark Davis. Now Will Ospreay looking forward to see who he's going to face at the next week. Either be Swerve Strickland or Brody King. We'll see, but Will Ospreay won his match tonight. Will Ospreay, a man on a mission to perhaps be advancing on to be next in line for a shot at the AEW title. We'll see if he's going to do so. Well, that ends the Dynamite Ring, the AEW Ring Report. Let's move over to Wrestling Hot Topics. On Wrestling Hot Topics, everybody's talking about the Undertaker and praising the dead man for his handling performance of booking AAA Mania. The Undertaker now part of the AAA Mania AAA creative team with that Luchadores, Grande Americano, both of them went against each other, and how the storyline was tell, the detail was tell. Undertaker taking a page out of Vince McMahon book. And a lot of people are calling for Triple H to be demoted, and the Undertaker work on Raw and SmackDown. One of the brands to help that brand out with his expertise, his wrestling experience, and his expertise, helping that brand out and getting that brand to where it used to be under his reverence back in the day. So Undertaker getting the praise and the credibility. Now we're hearing reports that SummerSlam could be set with Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins in the main event. Seth Rollins could win the King of the Ring tournament to advance to get the chance to get the shot against Roman Reigns in the King of the Ring tournament. So seeing that advances on. But we haven't seen this man right here that Roman took the championship away, CM Punk. A lot of people saying CM Punk on the peds and stuff. I don't know about that, but if that's CM Punk, I don't know what they say. Well, CM Punk's gonna be in his damn near 50s. CM Punk looking jacked like that, swole. We'll see. That's what a lot of people are saying, even saying about CM Punk, a legend. Well, we heard right here that Big Bronson Reed saying that he was in a car accident, but he said he's thankful for everyone's okay. But he's like me. He's like, please, people, stop driving on your phones and pay attention, which he's right. One day, me and Bronson Reed agree on Bronson Reed making a public safety announcement. Let's say tell people, hey, slow it down when it comes to the road. I think people just drive so fast and don't realize are just driving to other places. Well, Danhausen, we know that the New York Knicks are going against the San Antonio Spurs. It's kind of like evening match. Right now we see it right here, 88 to 86. So it's even kind of like a toss-up. It can go either way. But like I said, Danhausen trying to place a curse on Stephen A. Smith and saying that the New York Knicks could perhaps win and be curseless. Who knows? But Danhausen might be on point. We'll see. We'll see by the end of game one who got the momentum in their side. I'm looking at the Spurs, but I like the Knicks, but I'm looking for the Spurs to win that one. But speaking of that, WWE President Nick Khan trying to change the subject, that saying that it's WWE, listen to the social media and stuff. This is what the president of WWE said right here. By the way, the plan was always how to end up in Philly 2 years ago. You wanted the throw fans off and let you think we're baking all that other stuff. What Nick Khan was saying, the WWE president saying that WWE don't listen to the crowd when it comes to public perception, but According to Nick Khan, he don't even know his own company if he knew. But look what they did. But I think Nick Khan probably a corporate executive that got his butt far from his face. Speaking of corporate executives, disappeared on the WWE 2K26 game. We don't know who this man is. Strauss Zinkin. Who is this man? And what is? I feel like WWE just buy people. WWE people buy want to be on the video game. We don't know what this man does and what this man do. We know he's a tech executive, a real life tech executive that just brought himself into the video game. Yeah, I guess he wanted to be a WWE character. He wanted to be like Vince McMahon. That's the craziest storyline of all. You want to be Vince McMahon, but we haven't seen you on WWE TV. It's just crazy, beyond belief. But to each his own. All right, we're gonna leave you here. Will Ospreay winning his match over Mark Davis, his former tag team partner. Could Will Ospreay be next in line to win the Owen Cup and earn himself a championship match at All In? That's the question. We'll see. Thank you all for watching this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been your host, Kendrick Dixon. So long. We'll see you tomorrow for the TNA Ring Report here on the Pro Wrestling Show.